Walking the southern area of the Skyline Valley, we notice a checkpoint up ahead. And there appears to be a communist flag. And a communist rookie. This person is not ghoulified like most communists we have seen in Fallout 76. And on the tables and this box over here are propaganda flyers. The same propaganda flyers we've seen on the little robots. Rebuilding the future for a broken nation. We can view it and see absolutely nothing. That's great. There's another rookie. And a radio. 2 tents. And a cart that was being pulled by a Brahmin that's been ripped open and eaten. In the back of that cart are a cultist and a raider. Surprisingly, no settlers are in the back of the cart. But I guess the communists are okay with settlers. Well, let's keep making our way south. There's a sign up ahead. Maybe we can find out where the general area we're at. Explore the unknown with the Pioneer Scouts. There's some ants. That's some big ants. Parking is that way. Caution, don't get hit by a car. Well, we are a Pioneer Scout. As you can tell, wearing my tadpole outfit. So of course I'm going to head on in. I will, though, be switching so we can have a better light. There we go. Nature Trail. Summer Camp is this way. Stony Man Lookout is also this way. We can grab ourselves some first aid. Or some other first aid under animal control. So after that bear attacks you, you give it some Med X. Let's keep going towards the summer camp. There's another communist flag up ahead. Oh! And we're being attacked by a Liberator, that's what they were called. I forgot. A Mark IV. After taking out the Liberator, we notice a snapped rope with a corpse next to it, and a sign with red writing that says, "An equal future." Next to this corpse that was clearly hanging from that rope, even though those aren't the same rope, is a note. A father's lament. My name's Harry Edwards, and if you're reading this, odds are I am dead. Soon after the bombs rained down on us, my dear wife took a turn for the worst, and, well, she's in a better place now. This left me with nothing but a hole in my heart and endless grief. My only lifeline left in this world was my stepson, Thomas. The issue is that Thomas was off on a trip with his camping group when the bombs came down. I've been tirelessly making my way down to Shenandoah Park for God knows how many weeks now. Unsure if my boy is still alive. I keep pushing forward, fueled by a hope that he's out there, safe and sound. Blank page. The journey's been far from safe, and I'm worried I won't make it to the end. If you're reading this, then my worst fears have probably come true. I've failed my son. I couldn't save my wife, and now I am dead. I have no right to ask, but I beg of you from the bottom of my heart, if you know what it means to be a parent and to love them so deeply your own life means nothing in comparison to theirs, help ease the regret off this dead man's shoulders and head to the campground for me. If by some miracle Thomas is alive, please save my son. We'll go ahead and take that note from, oh, buddy, I've already forgotten your name. I'm sorry. Harry. We'll go ahead and take that note from Harry, and continue onwards to the summer camp, Camp Liberty. But let's look around this area first, just in case there's anything else of importance or notice. Bunch of boxes and stuff we can't loot, including an explosives crate that's empty. Why was an explosives crate heading to a summer camp? Bunch more boxes that spilled into the water. This entire bridge is destroyed. Oh, look, a little shopping cart. Not a shopping cart, a golf cart, but that's a mannequin inside. Was this mannequin driving this cart? No. That wouldn't make any sense. We didn't even realize. I didn't even realize. This is called South River Bridge. And there's a gigantic blood stain here. Oh, and this picker-up truck has a box that we can loot. A wooden crate with more explosives. Why are there explosives? Headed to a summer camp. That's a Pioneer Scout bus, ever upwards. It says leave on the outside. No right turn. This bus driver clearly made a right turn. It's pretty destroyed and dilapidated. There's a lot of honey in here. A lot of beehives. And that's a giant splattering of blood and a skeleton. Oh, yep. Yep. He got skewered. Don't know why he's naked on a bus transporting all these children. But yeah, he really got skewered. Here's a backpack with a party hat. Oh, and 2 notes. Birthday letter from Mom, and there's the birthday hat. And a birthday letter from Dad. Well, let's go ahead and read the birthday letter. We'll just start with Dad because it's the first one. Happy birthday, sport. I know it was my weekend to have you, but a couple of the guys wanted to go to Atlantic City. I couldn't just pass on that. It sure is lucky your scout group had a special weekend trip. Thought we only got to send you off during the summer. Hopefully, a good sign for how I do at the casinos, right? I know you'll enjoy camp more than hanging out with your old man. I promise that when I hit the jackpot, you'll get the best toy a 10-year-old could want. From Dad. P.S. Your mom and Harry will pick you up when it's over. Wow, what a dad. What a dad. And today, on Father's Day. Let's see what Mom has to say. Happy birthday, my gorgeous Thomas. Did she actually write parentheses? My gorgeous? I hope you have an amazing 12th birthday with your friends at camp and doing all sorts of exciting and educational activities. I know it's not exactly what you wanted to do, but your dad means well, sweetheart. He really is trying his best to adjust after the divorce. When you come back home, Harry and I will take you to your favorite ice cream parlor, and you can finally open all these presents piled up at your dad's house. Harry and I love you so, so much. have a super fun time and a lovely birthday. I can't wait to see you. Love, Mom and, parentheses, stepdad, Harry. Didn't he say his son was 10? Wow. The real dad left to go play at the casinos in Atlantic City while Harry hiked all the way down here to check on Thomas after the bombs fell. And I only know of one ice cream parlor in Appalachia, and that's all the way up here at Lady Janet's. So could he have come from Grafton or Clarksburg? I guess it's hard to tell. Well, let's make sure we don't miss anything else here. Oh, right there. There's another note. Ben's diary entry 1. Oh, that lets us know there's going to be more than one diary entry. Camp Diary, October 23rd, 2077, the day the bombs fell, Saturday. Dear Diary, today I am going over to the Shenandoah National Park with my fellow Pioneer Scouts for a weekend camping trip. Normally, we only get to see Camp Liberty during the summer, so I'm excited to see what it looks like when the leaves are changing. Mom says that the camp is for survival training. She says I can try archery, orienteering, whatever that is, and hunting real animals with a real gun. Our scout leader, Mr. Mitchell, is currently driving us to camp. He says that if we're lucky, we can meet the camp counselors when we arrive. I am not sure how Mr. Mitchell will deal with all of us by himself. He has already shouted at Thomas twice for distracting him while he drives. I will write more tonight. I can't wait to see what this trip has in store for us. Oh, that's how they crashed. Thomas, up here, right behind the bus driver, distracted Mr. Mitchell, causing him to swerve and hit into this tree where he got impaled by this branch that kind of doesn't make sense how it bent that way. I'm stuck. Hey, a bow and arrow. We will not be taking it. I will also point out, this is a guaranteed bow and arrow spawn if you don't want to craft one yourself. Yeah, how did that branch... You know what? We're not going to dwell too much on that. We're going to go ahead and get walking. This honeybeast is dead? It is. It was alive. I saw it walking around earlier. But clearly that honeybeast lives here. The children must be saved, written in red. Are the children still alive? He was 12 when the bombs fell. It's been 20 years, so no, he wouldn't still be a child. But if he's still alive... And we saw those communists on the road. He could still be alive. 20 years later. What is... Oh, hi. You respawned. You completely respawned as a different variation. You not... You don't want to fight me? Just to be safe. I know there's no children out here, but just in case. We'll go ahead and get that honeybeast off the road. Well, let's get underway, heading toward... Oh, there's another sign up ahead. Death to capitalists. Alright. They were burning a communism is at your door sign. and this one that I don't remember exactly what it says sign. So they were burning a bunch of propaganda and an American flag. Pioneer Scouts. Another American flag. Well, we can't have that. But are the Pioneer Scouts a front for communists? Oh, there's a couple more honeybeasts up ahead. Oh no, wait. Oh no. Oh no, you saw me. Didn't think you would. They're scorched. This is probably not supposed to be here. They are not scorched in the Skyline Valley. So I think that's just a bug that they were scorchified. But this is a... Oh, the bees! Not the bees! This is a pile of skeletons and bodies that were burnt. It's a raider. It's 2 raiders. Let's fix my arm. Let's continue forward. At least the honeybees are helping us. Oh, someone was using a jack to change the tire on this golf cart. Huh. And then there's just a random... Was that golf cart pulling this boat? That's a bit odd. Workers of the world, unite. We're nearly here at the camp. There we are. Never mind, we are here at the camp. Camp Liberty. Not in my America. Parking. Alright, so there's more golf carts. We've got red, we've got blue, and we've got green. Huey, Dewey, and Louie, or Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Interesting fact, if you can't remember which of the ducks is which, Alvin, Simon, Theodore, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, they go in the same order. So, you can just match them up. This bus looks like a prison bus because of the coloring. It doesn't say anything about Pioneer Scouts on it. So it might be safe to say it's not involved with the Pioneer Scouts. There is a stuffed grizzly, which kind of ruins my theory that there's only one of each bear in this place. Because we've already found a stuffed grizzly. Keep out. Death to America. Not Camp Liberty anymore. Is there anything out there, or just water? Just water. Well, another wagon, but this one just has hay in it. Oh! Hi! Hello? A communist attack dog? Only blood eagles have attack dogs. These are live communists. And as we saw earlier, ignore the fact that they are exploding, They're not scorched. Or not scorched. They're not feral ghouls. Can I open this door? Oh, there's a lot of them here. You exploded. How did you scream that at me? Oh! Someone burned me from behind. Alright, well, let's clear this place out. I can easily just kill them all with a cremator, but where's the fun in that? This is America. We're gonna take them down with the most American person. Rip Daring's shotgun. Wait, these mongrels aren't your guys'. Why are they only attacking me? There was a second mongrel. I don't know where it went. Let's see if we can get to that dog. Dog? Dog? It's never fun to have to kill the dogs, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Odd, these communists are listening to American music, but I guess they are Americans. For the cause. They've got a Yaogwai! Well, you know what? Oh, I can't unchain it. What? I can't free the Yaogwai? Yes, I can. You're free. Help me out here, buddy. Oh! That one's got power armor! That was the same one that killed me earlier. I keep forgetting they're not Chinese communists. Of course they could have power armor. Because they're here on American soil, and they're potentially the children. This place is huge. Did they kill the bear? No, they didn't kill the bear. Where is... Where is the one in the power armor? Why do they keep disappearing? Thanks for the help, but I gotta put you down. I'm sorry. Are you in here? Oh, there's a board on this table. I heard you. You seem to only pop up when my back is turned. I don't think the Yaowai killed the one in the power armor. I don't want to explore yet until I know for sure it's dead. Comrade Chubbs as a drill sergeant. It might be okay to search the area now. All these notes. Okay, one of the reasons I don't use explosives is because I don't want to send stuff flying through the air. So let's go back in with the... cold shoulder. Oh no. That said rejects. These are the people who they didn't convert. Okay, we never found the power armor wearing one. Maybe they'll show up again. We're gonna go back to the start and start exploring this location. Starting with the notice board, there are 2 notes on it. Stony Man Lookout Assault and Camp Recruitment Drive. Well, let's read about Stony Man Lookout Assault. Stony Man Lookout Assault. Your camp needs you. We need trained volunteers to join the assault on Stony Man Lookout. So far, we have a strong unit, but believe a handful of extra personnel will increase our odds of victory. This assault has major importance for the camp as we look to grow and create more of a foothold in the region. If you are interested, come to the main hall in the center of camp. Signed, the Council. Forever we stand. I thought it said we shall. We stand for the greater good. And we have been to Stony Man Lookout. The communists were assaulting it and attacking the super mutants. The next note, Camp Recruitment Drive. Recruitment Drive. To all patrol group units. We need more recruits to sustain healthy growth in the camp. This is imperative to the cause and our continued success. The council have decided to set a target of 3 to 5 recruits brought back to the camp per week. This is a collective group or a goal split between the entire patrol team. Best of luck, comrades. Signed, the council. Forever we stand for the greater good. That's why there were people in those carts. They weren't killing them. They were bringing them back. And as we've just seen, anyone they rejected, they tied to a pole and killed. Well, we can bring the sound back now that the music has also dropped. We can loot an ammo crate. We're going to go clockwise? Counterclockwise. I don't know why I said clockwise. And head over this way. They have a dead Brahmin in there. This is a communist soldier I killed. This is where they're growing their food. It seems to be primarily corn, potato, and silt bean. With a dead Brahmin that Brahmin seems to have spat out blood. So they killed the Brahmin. Oh, there's another player here. And my phone just went off. We're going to continue moving upwards, because ever upwards, we are a Pioneer Scout. We'll head up to what seems to be a blacksmith area where they are making their gear. Got a cooler. A hunting rifle with some rounds. Danger, there's a cliff ahead. Bunk 02, we cannot access. We can move around it. And see that there's nothing of importance back here. The door to this has been ripped off. It seems to just be a storage area. Just randomized loot. And this gated spot is busted open. And leads down the trail out of here. Okay, we have bunkhouse 1. It is also boarded up. No access at all for either of those. So we'll move into the tent area next. Tent left side 1. And look, it's the little marshmallow doll. Marshall Mallow is his name. They have a Bowie knife. All this other stuff. 4 beds per tent. With 2 lockers. We'll go into tent number 2. These seem to be the people who are working out, lifting weights. Nothing of any other importance. Make sure my light is off. You can see notes better when your light is off. Tent number 3. Nothing important in here. Slip around the back. Just a bunch of lounging places for the NPCs we just killed. Another cage. Oh wait, I can pick this. I didn't know I could pick them, so I just shot it. But there's nothing inside. I think that mongrel dog was supposed to be in this one. But it wasn't. No cooking spit and tent number 4. Cap stash, but nothing else that really seems to matter. And this one, tent number 5, has some notes in it, so we can go ahead and read up on those. Oh, it's Ben's tent. So Ben made it. Right. There it goes. Let's go ahead and mute up the music. Camp Diary, October 24th, 2077. Sunday. Dear Diary, I made it to the camp last night, a bit shaken up, but in one piece. I was greeted at the front by the camp counselors and some well-dressed men in suits. We explained the situation that transpired on the bus, as well as the large explosion we saw. 2 of the counselors were sent out to go help Mr. Mitchell, who was still on the bus, while the others explained to us that they thought the explosion could have been a nuclear blast. The well-dressed men left the camp shortly after we arrived due to losing contact with someone over the radio. The rest of us have been told to stay put and not to leave the camp until help arrives. The counselors have been left in charge for the time being. I am currently sharing a tent with some kids from the other scout group who have been here for a couple of days now. They are acting very strange and talking about weird topics I don't like. I assume it might just be nerves, which is why they are acting odd, but some of the conversations they have freaked me out. The camp counselors are putting on a movie for us all to watch before bedtime, so I'm going to end the day here tonight. I do hope my family are safe and I get to see them again soon, or see them soon. Ben's entry 3. Camp Diary, July 29th, 2104, Tuesday. Okay, I was just making sure the numbers were. So this is years later. Dear Diary, today marked an unusually boring start to my day, as I found myself assigned to the worst role possible, guard duty at the prison. While I sat there at my post, one of those capitalist insects walked over to the fence, a young girl with brown hair and a revolting knife scar tracing down her left eye, likely a captive from a raider camp. She approached the fence and initiated a conversation with me, she bluntly inquired, "What led you to this path?" My immediate response was to command her to quit talking and return to her place, which she did with clear reluctance. Her words stayed in my mind throughout the remainder of my shift. I couldn't help but think about the reasons behind my unwavering commitment to our cause. I've always believed, deep down, that our mission serves a greater purpose and paves the way for a brighter future. But I had never taken the time to truly question why I stood where I did. So, I thought writing down my reasoning here in my diary might be good for future reference. Why wouldn't I desire a communist utopia? What has capitalism ever done for me, or the nation as a whole? Capitalism stole my parents away from me. The government's greed and refusal to cooperate with China initiated the catastrophic war that ultimately claimed the lives of those dearest to me. Capitalism replaced the hardworking people of this very state with cold, unfeeling robots. Generations of families who have slaved away in mines and various industries for years were callously discarded and replaced in an instant with cheap robotic help. The privileged capitalist elite sought refuge in bunkers while the majority of hardworking citizens who had empowered them either perished or suffered through the nightmarish aftermath they left behind. Should that boorish woman ever ask me again, I now have my answers. I am prepared to lay down my life for this cause, to fight for the creation of a new world from the ashes of the old one, a world designed for the many and not just the few. Our nation can be rebuilt and restored to its former greatness under this ideology. I have never felt more certain about anything in my life than I do about this. Exhausted after my grueling 12-hour shift, I'm now leaving my diary here for the night. There's still the task of preparing food for tomorrow to attend to. So Ben became Ben became a communist and blames the war solely on the Americans, but that's most likely because those people in the fancy suits were communists. Communist sympathizers, at least. So the Pioneer Scouts The enemies respawn here, which is an annoying thing about this game. The Pioneer Scouts are ran by communists? Well, if that's the case, we won't be wearing that outfit. We're going to wear our Wastelander Wanderer outfit, because we are no communists. Oh, because there's a player's camp here. Okay. That restarted the spawn. So we're going to go into this building next. Expedition Leader. And there is a terminal inside. Oh, a baseball cap. What's more American than baseball? There's a note in the trash can and a terminal on the desk. Let's go ahead and read the note. Operation Sleeping Giant. Attention. Let sleeping giants lie. Operation Sleeping Giant. Overview. Operation Sleeping Giant has been set up to investigate the effects of communism, radicalization, and brainwashing on children. We believe that the communist state could use this method and tactic to gain a foothold in this country via creating sleeper cells. The goal of the operation is to test the potency of brainwashing along with the short-term and long-term effects it has on sleeper agents over 5 to 50 years of age, obviously. The test subjects will be controlled through the use of a trigger phrase. I have a feeling I know what this trigger phrase is going to be. The phrase is as follows. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I thought it was going to be ever upwards was going to be the sleeper phrase. The sleeping giant awakes to find an unhappy world, accompanied with a loud bleep at the start and end. We have secured a camp located in the Shenandoah National Park where the experiment will take place, away from public eyes. There will be at least one agent at the site at all times. Reports need be sent back to headquarters on a monthly basis. Wait, they were Americans who were going to test on children and it backfired. Oh no. Council member terminal. Stony Man Tower notes. Assault on Stony Man Tower. Today I found myself contemplating an important matter brought up by another council member. Where should we commence expanding our territory? I had thought about this for a while, and in my assessment, the logical starting point should be Stony Man Lookout. They did say tower. In recent weeks, we've faced persistent attempts by those moronic mutants to breach our camp's defenses. This proposed assault would serve a dual purpose, eliminating a looming threat while securing a valuable vantage point in close proximity to our camp. My next step will involve presenting this concept to the council for their consideration. If it gains their approval, I will proceed with the task of assembling a dedicated unit to carry out this endeavor. The success of this mission could mark a significant step in our pursuit of dominance in the region. Blank page. Brown House notes. I have not been to the Brown House yet. Don't know where it is. As I examined the paper map earlier today, which we saw in that house, my eyes were drawn to the Brown House. This sparked a memory from my pioneer days. It dawned on me that this location was once the president's holiday retreat in the park. An idea occurred to me that we should consider dispatching a scouting party to thoroughly explore it. I hope that we might uncover remnants of documents alluding to the presence of government facilities or technology elsewhere in Appalachia or D.C. Should this prove true, the potential is there for us to discover intel and facilities to securing advanced technology, thereby securing our safety and dominance for years to come. We'll need to see what the other council members think first, though. Encrypted note. Access denied. Encrypted note. Access denied. That's probably going to tie into some future content. But I also could just be wrong. So the government was going to test brainwashing on these children, but the bombs fell, and so they ended up becoming real communist sympathizers. So it's not that the Pioneer Scouts support the communists. It's that the Pioneer Scouts were being used as a testing facility to test on children to see if they are sleeper agents. That's still bad. Here I was thinking we had one good organization. Only to find out that even the Pioneer Scouts were terrible people for America. Does this just lead out of the camp? I believe so. Ow. Oh, it was back there. I was like, why did I get hit by a bear trap? Delayed reaction. I stepped on it. It clamped on my foot. I shook it off, kept walking, and then I said, oh, ow. Well then, we've explored all these parts. Let's go ahead. Instead of heading to the theater next, and we're not going to go into the big house yet, let's go ahead and head across the water. So we'll explore this side next. It's just more crates. Activity Center 1. It's just another area where they're crafting their weapons and armor. Some chems. Oh. Well, I can't do anything with that terminal. I think it's just here to show that they are programming the robots. Even though we kind of already know why there are liberators in Appalachia, doing the main quest, you find out that not the president, one of the commanding officers reawoke the liberator drones at Mama Dolce's because they needed to make a significant threat to gain access to the nuclear missiles or something along those lines. I don't remember the exact story, but it was a commanding officer at the White Spring bunker reawakened the liberators in Appalachia. Oh, whoops. You got a little watchtower here. I don't know how they would get up here. I don't think the dogs respawn. It's just... it's just them. Yeah, dogs didn't respond. So this is what I saw just a bit ago. Crossbows. So this is a most likely guaranteed crossbow spawn. Rejects. And as I said, these are most likely the people that they brought over who didn't want to join the Communist Party, the Communist group. Which is a raider, a settler, and a Blue Ridge caravan guard. have another lookout right here. Some canoes and a building. Boating and swimming. The little obstacle course. First aid kit and a lifeguard tower. A commie bear. They have a communist yaoguai. Because it's not a yaoguai. It's a diseased commie bear. What? A diseased commie bear. All the enemies respawned. That means the power armor person has respawned. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to here. And now we'll head this way. They have some logs. This was a fishing spot. Danny Boy apples. Some wine and boiled water. None of the enemies back here respawn. Oh, you did. This leads down to where the children were watching the movie. Here's their restrooms. Got a mannequin holding a roll of toilet paper. And we've got nothing. Let's go ahead and take you guys out real quick. Oh, it's you! Communist Commander. There's a note in the fire. Campfire tale. Let's go ahead and mute up the noise. Lady of the Lake. In the very heart of Shenandoah, nestled beside an old lake, existed a camp steeped in legend. This place, once a sanctuary of joyful memories, now harbors countless tales of sorrow and regret. None more heartbreaking than the story of Amelia Huntsman. A name, when spoken, evokes dread into the most seasoned camper. Amelia, or the Lady of the Lake, as she's better known as, arrived at the cursed campsite many years ago. Her innocent smile and innocent nature was a facade concealing her hidden motive. Amelia attempted to strike a Faustian bargain with an uncontrollable power which has always been and always remains trapped in these very hallowed grounds. This bargain, as we have all come to know, would ultimately seal her fate. Huh. And yet I know nothing about this Amelia. Okay. Communists just sitting around drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. And eating dog food. Those cans are bigger than normal dog food cans. Aren't they? I'm not crouched. Do those not look bigger than normal dog food cans? Alright, what do we have over here? Contraband. There's a ranger in there. Prison incident report. Title: Prison Break. Reporting Officer S. Briggs. That name sounds familiar. Location, correctional facility. Incident details. 3 inmates attempted to escape from the prison. They successfully pried open the floorboards using concealed tools, subsequently attempting to tunnel their way out through the foundation of the prison. The discovery of this plot was made during a routine bunk inspection when contraband tools were found hidden beneath one inmate's pillow. After a private conversation with the inmate in question, they disclosed the identities of their co-conspirators, all of whom have since been appropriately dealt with. Outcome: the inmate who cooperated by revealing their fellow conspirators was placed in the secure inner holding cell, while the other 2 inmates were transferred to the island and the range. So one of them sent over there to the island, the other one was sent over to be executed, which follows established procedures. Next steps: we must increase the frequency of our inspections and implement a policy of separating groups exceeding 2 individuals to prevent such incidents from reoccurring. We must also fix the security flaw in the back corner before we get any new arrivals. Oh, and there's a holotape. Oh, it's just the Red Menace. Oh, the Yaguai respawned him because the gate's open. He's free. This is your 3rd copy of the Red Menace you can get. I'll leave them to their fun. There's another notice board with the same 2 notes on it. Let's go ahead and go inside. Okay. Nope, nope. That didn't hit you, did it? Okay. Oh, they're playing like D&D or something. Huh. Well, I guess that's nice of them to let these guys have fun and play games. Here's their tools. They had a flare gun and a shovel and a toolbox with glue and stuff in it. Some lockers. And a ranger. Park ranger. Final words. Oh, I have a feeling you killed yourself with your butter knife. I will not die a slave. I won't become another one of your puppets. You won't put strings on me. Yes, this park ranger killed herself. That's a lot of blood, though. So that she wouldn't have to become one of these communists. Before we head to the theater, we've got their obstacle course. The best time was 2:32. Oh, the explosions knocked him over. Comrade Chubbs. Okay. Look, cleared that in 1 jump. Wow, that my time would be way better than whoever's was here. Like it says, go under it, don't go over it. The Eliminator. Oh, if they can't climb this, they are not allowed to be a member. I don't know why I said a member. That implies like some kind of membership. If they can't climb up this, can I walk across that rope, or is it an invisible rope? It is not a rope. They're the ones who are rejected and then sent over to die. Okay. Well, over here we have... fences on top of a tire. An old rusted Jeep. Another doghouse. So it's another guard post. That's all this really is. Randomized ammo. Another knocked down fence. Guess it's time, after we go up here, to examine the theater area. Oh no, we still have to go over there too. Backpack, but nothing of any importance inside. They were watching a video on the Pioneer Scouts. Keep it quiet within the camp. Next slide. Please, next slide. Let's go. Welcome, Pioneers. Oh, this is the first slide. It's very long. A pioneer is loyal, trustworthy, brave, and obedient. Knowledge. Did something just flash on the screen? Is that a subliminal message? Keep it quiet. Okay. Could have swore something flashed across the screen. I could be wrong. And it's just because it's an old projector. Alright, we go in the back. There's a skull here. Banjo and 2 mannequins. Just a bunch more boxes, and this is where they were keeping the Yaogwai, and I'm assuming they're trying to train it to be another commie bear. Medical. We can't get into medical. The door is not accessible. The hatch is also not accessible. Future content is my guess. Sniper. No? Alright. Before we head inside, they're eating hot dogs. Back here? No, why do I feel so short? Hello? Is it just me? It's gotta be just me, but my character feels like they've gotten shorter. They have a Lucky Mucker thing. Before we go in, let's do the outskirts on the roof. Go see what their plans were. mess hall, which we do have access to.
I can hear their thoughts.
You can hear my thoughts, not the explosion I just did down here, killing your buddy. Did you just kill yourself? Well, we're already up on the roof, so we'll just look this over real quick. There's a toolbox. I think it's just a place for the sniper to snipe from. There doesn't actually seem to be much here. Other than they created a windmill to generate power. Is this a board with the exact same notes on it? No. There's a new note right there. I have 8 tadpole points. And 2 possum points. They were going to add another one. I can't remember what it was. Raccoon? And they didn't. Now, we're good to head into the mess hall. Inside, there's a light machine gun. Don't know if that's a guaranteed light machine gun. It's the commander that we killed, and another suit of power armor. Which is fine now that we know that these are Americans turned communist. I did see the note, and I saw the terminal. I just want to make sure. Oh, this is where they interrogated the person. Yep. A battery, some acid, some oil, a wrench, a hammer, crowbar, scalpel. There's their table. We'll look at that after we look at the other 2 things. So let's go ahead and read this note. Let's not read this note. Oh, I'm stuck on a table. Did you call me an imperialist? Not a capitalist? Did you mean capitalist? I don't seem able to pick up this note. But it's a super mutant. It probably also ties into future content. So let's go ahead and read the terminal before the commander spawns in again. Operation Sleeping Giant. Let's go ahead and mute up. Operation Sleeping Giant's information. The following is an overview of a social experiment approved by the DIA to be set into action sometime within 2076 to 2077. Experiment overview. The goal, to prove the effectiveness of communist brainwashing in an attempt to counteract its deployment against our citizens. Subjects, child-aged campers at a summer camp within the greater Washington, D.C. area. The method, augmented film aimed to send the viewer into a highly suggestible state, among other less proven methods. The conditioning time period. Different sample groups ranging from 5 to 50 years, most within 20 years. The staff. Mixture of government actors and genuine communist sympathizing youth from local area. Memory conditioning. Before leaving the camp, the subjects would be put back into a highly suggestible state and fed fake stories about what they did at the camp during their time away. Evidence conditioning. Subjects will be conditioned to ignore any evidence that could implant the idea that they've been brainwashed. This includes treating contradictory information as though it doesn't exist. Manual enforcement of this conditioning can be triggered with the phrase, "Let sleeping giants lie." Activation conditioning. The subjects will be conditioned to reactivate to their camp a conditioned state using the phrase, "The sleeping giant awakes to find an unhappy world." Exit procedures. Reversal of the effects of brainwashing are to be determined sometime after the final batch of subjects have departed the camp, assuming additional department funding can be secured. And that's why there are communists in Appalachia. It was a government test. Nice. Radio broadcast. Automated broadcast of activation phrase. In 2103, they successfully managed to get a broadcast out to activate, that supports it, to activate anyone that already left the camp. The re-education program. Comrades, to help build our army, we need as many recruits as we can possibly take. The council have suggested doing a re-education program. The re-education program will consist of capturing capitalist Americans and putting them in holding cells back at the camp. Over the course of a couple of days, we will use our educational video along with other methods to show them the truth. Ones who are receptive to the video, as well as our other means, will join our ranks as brothers and sisters under the cause. The ones who fail will be terminated. Also, this pointed out, that's because I was going to say, wait, there's these terminal entries that are explaining that it is a experiment. But it says in here that anything that determines it, they're programmed to say that's not real. It doesn't exist. Any evidence that proves that it was an experiment, they're brainwashed into believing it doesn't exist. That's why you can find the note that says it's an experiment in the leader's bunker, and he's still like, no, it's not real. The storm. In the wake of the storm. In the wake of the unprecedented storm, the camp has sustained substantial damage. Notably, the storm resulted in the destruction of segments of our camp's protective wall, along with severe damage to the bunkhouse and several other buildings. At this current time, a significant portion, if not all, of our members have been relocated temporarily to the wild camping zone while repair efforts are underway. These restoration endeavors, however, are proving to be time-intensive. So that is just saying there's going to be content up ahead that's going to allow us to explore more of this place. This unforeseen setback has necessitated a shift in our priorities, with the focus of the camp taking precedence over our previously established objectives. Our outgoing strategy involves close monitoring of the storm's developments, as well as a commitment to enhancing our camp structures to ensure their resilience in the face of future weather events of a similar magnitude. Blank page. Okay, who spawned in here with me? Don't do that. Before we go read about that treasure hunt, let's go to the island and meet the commie bear. Also, let's see if we can see the lady in the lake. Hold on. Let's swim around the island first, just in case there is a skeleton in here. Meant to be the lady. Oh, there she is! The lady of the lake. We found her. I didn't think I'd find her that quickly. I've apparently contracted parasites, even though I'm wearing a mask. Huh. Oh. Oh. Well, I mean, there's nothing here, but we found a little cave where two campers decided to hold out. All right. Boss fight. Oh god, why? Yo. What the? Oh man, he just spawned in front of my face. Oh, I still haven't recovered from it. Hold on. Hold on, bear. Let me... Oh. That. What was that? I know the Chinese have stealth technology, but for one, these aren't Chinese. These are American communists. And two, that's a bear. Why did I reload? I still had 3 shots in that. The lag is making it really seem like this bear has magical powers. And I don't even know why. It's not like it's lagging. Like, it doesn't look like it's lagging for me. But that's the only way I can justify that bear teleporting. Okay, we have a dead raider. So this was their final challenge, was coming over here to the Yaogwai. Hey, a super mutant. His little pipe pistol. So they did manage to capture one super mutant. There's an automatic handmade and a second Comrade Chubbs. And another one of these little guys. So were they meant to come here, dig this up, and get back before they got killed by the Yaogwai? I'm not seeing a reason. Like, there's no note, there's no other information here. It's just... just that. Huh. Well, that's it. That's the story of Camp Liberty. Will you get out of here? Almost forgot this note. Pioneer treasure hunt. Pioneer treasure hunt start. Oh, this is an actual thing. Well, we won't read this here then. Because if there's a start, that means there's an end. And we're gonna go find it. The last thing to look at here at Camp Liberty is the map. See if we can get a good overlook of it. No. Stupid pole. It's in the way. Yeah, there we are. Some things I already know. The question mark is Mama Dolce's, which, as we've already discussed, is where there's a communist underground place. That is the White Spring. And that is where we're at now. And that one right there is the Rockhound. So I already took a screenshot of it, so now I can pull it up on my phone while I explain all these different little spots. Knowing my luck, that commander's going to respawn on me again. So, the big circle was here. The Skyline Valley. We also have... What are you doing? It's not letting me. It's letting me zoom in. Of course, the White Spring is one of the places that they are talking about, or that they have circled. They have here circled not the foundation, but foundation is circled. The National Isolated Radio Array. There is a terminal there that's like you can't do anything with it. That's circled. Okay. Camp McClintock makes sense. It's another military place. That's circled. Camp Adams is circled. The Nuka-Cola plant is circled. And then the Poseidon Energy plant is also circled. Huh. Odd that they didn't choose any of the other Pioneer Scout locations like Dolly Sods. Or Kitty Corner Cabins. So potentially look forward to new changes in those locations at a later date. Wait, did I already point out what this one was? Oh, that's Lexington. That's the entirety of Lewisburg, not Lexington. They circled the entirety of Lewisburg. Huh.